I believe we were live.
Woo!
I guess we should wait until the little screen up there says that we're actually here instead of a black screen. We are live.
Yep, we are.
Hi, this is Tim,
And this is Amber.
and we help you become a better technician. And today we're doing a general question and answer session.
Mm-hmm.
How's your day been going?
Yes.
Good?
Good.
Car ran real good?
Car ran real good. Car ran real good.
And I know a lot of you are looking for the answer to my triangle question, and we are going to answer that as well.
I was bamboozled.
You used a big word. What does that mean, bamboozled?
I thought there were only 8 triangles, and then when you showed me, I was like, oh.
Well, and then even then, I had the answer, and then somebody pointed 2 more out, and I was like, "Oh, well, okay, if we're gonna go there, then yeah, you're all right. There are more than I thought."
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, so this is our regular third Wednesday of the month live stream. Although we've been doing a lot of impromptu live streams on the second channel.
Do you know about that?
Do you know about that?
No,
Because
you should tell them about
I
it.
should tell them about that. So even this live stream, the question and answer live streams are the easiest live streams. But even then, I probably got 1,000 questions to lead through and figure out, okay, what am I going to answer? And there's a lot of work goes into it. So the second channel is really, can I just all of a sudden grab this headset, and it's not necessarily this headset, it's just what was sitting over, and just hit the live button and be like, hey, check this out. This is something that's really cool and can help
I'm
you.
glad you didn't grab me.
This is something that's really cool and can help you, but she's one of a kind, so no, can't help you out there. But yeah, so let me drop a link here. But yeah, right here is our second channel, and we go live really without any notice, and a lot of times without any plan. You know, I threw up there about a relay that had the push connect terminals, and I thought really helped out wiring wise. And then we played an automation game. Mary Bruce and I played an automation game the other week, and that game turned out to be pretty interesting. So lots of just really fast impromptu things.
I want to go fast.
You want to go fast. And so yeah, that's one thing. A lot of people are like, hey, can you play some more automation games? And there's where, I think this channel is more for the how to, the question and answers. And I think if I start throwing all that out here, I think it's going to frustrate a lot of you that just want to really learn and have the how-tos. And that's why I created the second channel. But our goal right now, we need to get second channel to 1,000 subscribers. We're at 400 now, so we are getting there. And there is Jeff Kuiper. Jeff, happy anniversary.
Mm-hmm.
It was the 18th anniversary. Oh, did you just post that same thing?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, good for you. Okay, well, Amber, I see it. We think just alike.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
I wanted to say hi to Jeff. And Amy, if she's near, but I doubt she's near.
No, Amy is probably not near. But yeah, okay. So actually, the first question, and man, I should have already prepared some leaks for this.
Oh my gosh, Tim Wilborne is not prepared.
Tim Wilborne is not prepared, but one, a lot of people wanted to know what was this automation game that I was playing. So this is the automation game that I played. Now there are many of them. I'm gonna play some more of these because in the end, I had mixed feelings about this game. This game had some great graphical, what's the word I'm looking for? Graphical what's? Oops, I didn't mean to hit that.
Graphical.
Graphical.
Was pleasing to the eye.
It's pleasing to the eye, but it lacked content on how to do things. So a lot of you are asking, I'd like to get this for my kid or for my grandkid to help them get interested in it. And I think they would get lost pretty quick. I think all of a sudden, because really it went through some really big, although Mary Bruce and I had fun blowing up cars with it. Because if you didn't get the cross skate down in the right way, it blew the car up. It's that part. Well, it's like, all right, we're onto something. But really quickly, it made a jump to you really needing to know PLC programming. I would have liked to seen some more steps, and there may be more steps. I mean, honestly, I did not look at that game beforehand. I just paid, I think, $20, and we installed the game and hit the live button. And that's what's cool about the second channel. I'm going to go through stuff like that with you and be like, hey, somebody sent me this part, and mainly products. People send us products and like, hey, will you evaluate this product? And so we're playing with the idea of evaluating products. I mean, because there may be 100 products that can fit the solution. And on our main channel, that we say, in order to get your product on a video, you have to get us to use it in our control panel. But okay, so we're setting our way on that product. Maybe there's 100 other ones that could do it. So somewhere we can throw some stuff like that out.
So I have a question.
Yes.
So your Tim Wilborne channel is mainly for learning opportunities to help become a better technician. TW2 is more of
Products and tips.
On the
short,
fun,
like really fast. Hey, do this. It'll save you 5 minutes every time you do it. The end.
But if they want front to back instructions, go to the Tim Wilborne channel that has a wealth of learning opportunities, but also become a follower of TW2 because that's going to be fun. Not to say that this channel is not fun.
I think she just said this channel is not fun. And that's cool. That's all right. But all right, let's answer some questions. You want to answer some questions?
I'll do my best.
Okay. Just to try to keep up. But what did you mean by having 220 on your primary and 440 on your secondary? Because it sounds like you got it backwards. All right, now what he's talking about is in my single phase to three phase video, we have a rotary phase converter, and that converts from single to three phase, but also we bumped 220 three phase up to 440 three phase, or 240 to 480, however you want to say it. And man, Amber, why don't you have all these links ready to go for me?
I do not know, Tim.
Oh, well,
but the car ran real good.
But so you can take most transformers and you can backfeed them. So what I've done there is I connected 220 on the secondary of the transformer. And that's going to give you 440 on the primary. So this one right here, single.
And we really appreciate comments like that because you never know who else is also thinking that.
Yeah.
And we do. We appreciate people reaching out and saying, hey, question. Confused.
Yeah. I mean, because honestly, and sometimes sometimes it's not really clear some of that stuff. And honestly, that's one of the videos was made for one person. It's got like 100,000 views now. So that's pretty cool.
Hank, hope you're feeling well, hun.
Yeah. How's your recovery going there, Hank?
And Brian Burgess, hey, would love to see a video of call requests, like what elevators can do for multiple floors.
I don't get into elevator videos. In fact, that's one of the questions here in a little bit, and I'll dig deeper into that. But I do know the Learning Pit has an elevator exercise, and that may be one of the games I call the Learning. I hate to call the Learning Pit a game, but I'm going to categorize it as a game for this and just see. I may play with it and see how it works, because I've never used it. I've recommended it all the time, but no, I never have used it. Hank, I'm glad your recovery is going well. Let's see, from Terrace, hey, I'm using the Micro 820 PLC with the add-on 2080 MOT HSC. When I try to use the HSC instruction, it's not there. I only have the HSC enhanced, and you're right. Mm-hmm. And honestly, that's a better route to go, and that's why it's only there. The HSC is actually for the built-in interrupts on the Micro 850 and I believe on the Micro 830.
How dare it interrupt?
I know.
Rude.
Very rude. But I should do a video on that. Now, here's the way the videos go, though, even on the main channel, is unless a Patreon supporter asks for it, and usually somebody sends in some hardware, videos like that are made as I end up with products in my hand going out on a control panel. And I've never had an application that uses a 2080 MOT HSC, or mainly the high-speed counter plug-in module.
So do you have any other videos coming up? Because I haven't noticed you've been making videos like this in a while.
I have I have some great videos coming up, Amber.
Thank you, Tim. Why don't you tell our live audience?
Well, my live audience probably will need to wait a little longer.
But, man.
Yeah, but really oh man, you totally made me mess up.
I'm sorry.
That's cool. No, you're doing great. You're doing great.
You're doing great.
But
Mary Bruce.
Yeah, so Mary Bruce is here? What?
No, that's who says that all the time.
Let's see, Tyler. The learning pit was the first interface I learned on. The elevator exercise was not fun.
Well, thank you for that.
Hey, Tyler, I would be curious, what was not fun about the elevator
Mhm.
exercise? Because Haley, who was one of our students, actually made a video for her about just for the learning pit. She was doing the elevator exercise. So, yeah, I would be curious what was not fun about it. But talking about what videos we have coming, we have a whole new series coming. Man,
What's wrong with my excitement?
and I am. It is that exciting. We're in fact because yeah, we're actually making some. We're making some room on our channel right now and moving some stuff around
Good
just for
question,
this.
Mark Rose.
Where do I find this alleged elevator exercise? All right, Mark. Well, apparently I am going to have to learn that learning pit. Now, what I used Haley's learning pit elevator exercise for, what she was wanting to do was convert it to a control logics. And so I made this video about periodic task. So periodic task to simulate elevator movement. Yeah, I can't talk and type at the same time, so we'll just pause and you'll hear. So this is a video I made to help her out on that. Now again, I've never actually used the learning pit, so I'm really curious what you'll think on that one. And yeah, maybe in my video game stuff I will play with it because overall I'm a big believer that you need some hardware in front of you,
Yes.
and that's how you're going to really learn something.
Yeah.
Let's see. Chris Porsche, I feel like it might be asking a stupid question, but why is 1 p.m. showing up as 18 hours? And Chris, you and I had some conversation about this, and I got thinking afterwards, if you're on, I don't know if you are, daylight savings time. I bet you I am not. I didn't account for daylight savings because we're on daylight savings time right
We
now.
are. Mhm.
That's right. Or are we now or were we before?
No, we are on daylight savings time now.
Okay.
We were on the other. What did they
Okay,
call
so
it?
that's where that hour is, I believe. That's my wild guess anyway.
Daylight savings time or
Anyway, guys, that seems where the magical hour would be because you're right. 18 should not have been 1 o'clock. So
'cause I know they're passing a law for us not to fall back anymore.
yeah, I don't like it when I fall.
I don't like it when I fall back.
Yeah, because it does. It hurts really bad as you
It
get
messes up my sleep.
older.
Messes
All right.
up my whole pattern.
Okay. Hey, Tyler, you're actually the next question here because could you have done a zone compare instruction? Does Studio have a zone compare instruction? So I believe you're talking about limit instruction. So are you talking about where you would have a high and a low and a test, and if it passes that, you would get a 1. If it doesn't, it would be false. That's a LIM instruction in Studio 5000. Now that would not have worked for that pump control because here's what happens is, let's say we had a low of 2.5 and a high of 5, and our levels, what do you want to call it level? 2.4. So if we're at 2.4, it's not running. Well, the moment we hit 2.5, that limit's going to be true and that pump's going to kick on. It's going to drop right back to 2.4 and kick off. And we're going to sit there and bounce on that, and you're going to burn your pump off. So if that's what you meant by that, then no, that would not work. Let's see. Matthew Moore, can I get this? I did get a lot of feedback on that automation game. So Matthew would like to know whether you can get the automation game on Xbox, and you cannot. It is a Steam only game, but I'm going to find some other Steam games that are kind of along that lines and play them. Let's see. Oh, here we go. My good grief, man. We had a lot with that. All right. So I've gone through all these steps and I still cannot connect. Well, okay. I don't know how that one got. Oh, yeah. Could not get a response for the ping. And so this guy's trying to connect over Ethernet. In the end, if you cannot ping, then you do not need to go to Studio 5000. But all right. What you typing over there? Who is it? What they want?
It's my bestie.
It's your bestie. Who is your bestie?
We'll just have to read in the comments.
Well, I'm busy trying to. Oh, there's what I'm looking for. All right. So, oh, it's Megan. How you doing, Megan? All right. So next we have, what should I plug into the CM Plus and CM Minus on the Micro 820? I'm having trouble with my outputs. And yes, so I have a video here that tells you what's going to happen. So why do my outputs glow? And this one right here will tell you all about what's going on with yours. But pretty much you have transistor outputs and you're mentally thinking, well, this is a relay output. But that CM minus is important because all transistors leak. So yeah, your outputs are going to slightly glow.
Question in the comments.
I do. Well, what is it?
I recently needed to learn about PLCs while providing support for an animated diorama. Sorry, I have an eyelash in my eyeball.
Where are your safety glasses at?
At a local historic museum, they are using a Micro 800. Your channel has been very helpful. Well, thank you.
To hear that.
And that's even better that you're at a museum.
Yeah.
Heck, yes.
It's funny the number of PLCs that are hidden in little things at museums. Yeah. Anything that has to do any type of animation.
Thank you for that. I'm glad it's helpful. If you ever need us, holler.
How do I find an unused output? I'm having trouble figuring out how. Well, of course, didn't say he's in Studio 5000. The easiest way, so like on your outputs, they're going to be local :1:o.data.6 will be output 6. But you can actually cross-reference local :1:o, and then you can sort them by the tag name, and you can see everyone that's available. Also, when you go to enter them, they actually come in grayed out if they're in use. So that's two easy ways.
Question?
Yes.
Why is there a wrench beside my name in the comments?
Because you have the power. You are the most powerful person on this live stream since Michael is not here.
Okay.
So that way, if all of a sudden somebody decides to start putting obscene comments, don't start putting obscene comments just because I said that, guys. Then yeah, you can delete them and have fun. Because yeah, Michael, I think, had a round where he had to delete like 50 of them. So go ahead, egg them on. All right, from Ethan Garrett, when you translated the program, this is talking about a RS Logix 500 program to a Connected Components Workbench program, you broke it into 3 separate programs instead of one with 4 ladder routines. Is there any advantage of running 4 programs instead of 1? Okay, so here's where, and I should do another video kind of talking about the difference between Connected Components Workbench and RS Logix or Studio 5000. But programs in Connected Components Workbench are more like routines are in your typical PLC. So it's not like you're having a separate program with a separate task time and all that fun stuff. Where are we at, Amber? You got anything there?
Manuel Keeson?
Uh-huh.
Keesoon? Do you have a video about using a Micro 800 HMI and a Do More PLC automation direct on Modbus?
No, but it should be as straightforward as any other Modbus application. So really, you didn't say whether it's Modbus TCP or Modbus RTU, but you're going to select your driver and Connecting Components Workbench. You're going to enter your address, whether it be address number 2 or address number 192.168.1.1. And then, yeah, you are going to figure out the actual Modbus address numbers. And probably your biggest challenge is going to be swap words and swap bytes. Actually, I have a video, and I haven't put it out. I have a video doing a Micro 800, a Panel View 800 to a PowerFlex 525 just to show kind of that. But it's not, I've never finished editing it, so.
And then Brian, sorry, my best friend's name is Byron. Have you ever?
His name is Byron.
A good friend of mine's name is Byron. Yes, that's how I keep getting it mixed up. I'm like Byron. Have you ever worked with clock pulse sorters? Find them amazing how virtual sorters are made inside a PLC that is updated from real life devices to sort packages. Oh yeah, okay.
Clock pulse sorter. I'm trying to visualize what that is.
Oh, I got the last part of it, but I don't know what a clock pulse.
Yeah, I get the packaging sorters. And yeah, I've done some sorting. I've just never heard of a clock pulse sorter. So that would be interesting. Can you give me some more info? Because yeah, I'm curious. You got me curious on that one. Let's see. Why would anybody run 22 gauge wire 100 feet on a 4 to 20 milliamp? Well, actually, that's perfectly fine. And it's probably the explanations in one of those web links you keep complaining that I'm missing. Guys, I'll tell you, the more negative comments you throw at me, the less info you get. So I'll tell you, go search for it and find it. All right, next. Could you tell me how to use RS Logic Simulate with 5000 to add an Ethernet module? Also communicate with a real Micro 820 PLC to a simulated Logix 55. All right, so here's my hard rule is you use emulate to figure out whether you want to purchase software or whether you want to get into PLC programming. Once you've made that step that you want to learn something, you need some real hardware.
Mhm.
Now, I wouldn't go buy a 5570. That's going to be really expensive, but overall, you could take that Micro 820 and learn a lot. And yeah, you don't need to deal with the emulates.
Okay, so Brian gave a little bit more of a description. Sorry, there is a clock pulse timer. From my understanding, looking at each carrier, updating the PLC at the location of each carrier. I don't know much more about.
Yeah.
Oh, at Amazon as it
Yeah.
lead controls. Yes.
Yeah. So yeah, it is fascinating. Yeah, and so yeah, they're kind of wandering around, know where everything is, and yeah, that is fascinating. We may I haven't talked to Amber about that one yet, but I may
I'm on board.
she hadn't heard the price yet. Don't tell her the price, but yeah, we're getting ready to get some new hardware. It's gonna be fun.
I like fun. Fun could be at any cost.
Oh my goodness. All right, so now on submitted questions for this live stream. Probably my favorite one is none at this time. Why would you submit a question saying none at this time?
Oh,
But anyway,
bless him.
let's see. I am using a PanelView 800 and a Micro 850. When downloading a program, it shows an error or alarms. But you didn't tell me any errors or alarms. I mean, how am I supposed to help you? Jeff Kuiper, we need more safety hardware. Hey, so I do need to send you a picture. Oh, heck, we're on the live stream. Can I manage? Because I did snap a picture of it.
But you could.
Let's see here. Oh, did you just see that memory that came up? Look at that cute little girl. We just saw a picture of our daughter, Wendell. Yeah, let's see, which screen is it? Let's hold our breath and figure out which screen it is. Oh, wrong screen. Okay, so, yep, now yeah. There we go. So, yeah, Jeff, have you used any of these right here? This right here is a super slim safety relay. And yeah, we just added this to one of our new trainers or one of our new stations. Oops, back over there by accident. I needed to switch. Hold on. Where am I? Yeah, you think we'd have this down by now, but
No.
no, we really don't have this down. But yeah, so but yeah, Jeff, have you used those Phoenix Contact safety relays? They're super slim. They're really intuitive, and yeah, so we added two new trainers, two new stations here, and so we put the safety relay on one of the stations for the students, and then the other one has some reversing contactors and everything. But yeah, I'd like to get your opinion on that. Who is it? What is it?
It's Mary.
It is. Well, hey, Mary Bruce. Okay. All right, yeah, and this kind of goes along with the elevator. How to create a program in CodeSys using simple ladder diagram for a traffic light with pedestrian cross request buttons. Here is my thing about elevators. Now, great, arguably this isn't fully about elevators, but especially about traffic lights, is I have never, ever, ever seen a PLC on a traffic light system.
Mm-hmm.
And so, no, I don't get into those. I think even as an instructor or whoever's having you do that, I think your time could be better used to get better experience that you're going to be able to use out in the field.
Mm-hmm.
So, no, I don't do traffic lights. I don't do elevators. I don't do washing machines until I see one on a machine. Now, you want to drag me out to stop an intersection somewhere and show me where there is a traffic light, then yeah, maybe I'll change my mind there. Let's see. Jeff Kuiper, they're usually but Jeff, for the width of those, at least in the diagrams the way I saw it, you can combine them, and also they can snap onto a PLC, and so you can actually make a safety or I guess a CR30 out of them. So that's what kind of caught my attention about them. But yeah, yeah, there's no CR30s on the planet right now. So,
Nope.
all right, let's see. Yeah, okay, Eric. So yeah, I mean, you did that, and do you feel like it gave you some real quality hands-on experience? I guess yeah, because yeah, we had a traffic light thing, and man, I mean, in the end, I didn't really feel. Well, one, they were having us use drum sequencers, and I mean, you never see those out in plants. I mean, it was purely a textbook exercise. Hey, speaking of textbooks, I am going to make a video on these. A lot of you guys asked me for books. There. Ask me about books. You know, when will I write a book? And no, I'm not going to write a book. But I have been reading Timothy Gates, the PLC professor. He has a YouTube channel too. You ought to check it out. And I've been reading this book by him. And this is an absolute excellent book. All right, I've been not set up for this right now.
Let
We
me
have
just
great
say,
images.
great images. The
Yeah.
print is large for some of us who are in progressive lenses.
But and you know, a lot of you ask, you know, hey, I need, you know, what is something I can do for, you know, to continue my learning? I think this is a good book. I'm probably gonna make a video talking about these, but yeah, he has it on Studio 5000 Connected Components Workbench. He also has one on RS 500. I don't recommend that one because that is obsolete now, but yeah, be on the lookout for a video on those.
So let's go to the comments, Tim,
Oh,
all the way to
sure.
John Engel.
Okay, go for it.
We recently bought some SIM-IPE tools to try in our department. You have about 35 videos using it. Do you have any plans on making a video where you showcase all of its capabilities and how to use it? Well, thank you for buying from us. We appreciate you very much. And I'm glad that they're helping you out too.
You know, we made a video. I have a video on that, and it was horrifically boring. And so we did scrap it. But there's two issues with that. One, we did one at one time we did have a video showing all its capabilities, but it has like 10 times more capabilities now. And so that's one issue. Now, here's the video that I think really hits the highlights. So let's just call this. In fact, this one isn't out yet. That's all right. We're gonna put it out. We're gonna post it anyway. But so here is the PLC
Look what you did, John.
tools dash IPE top 3 features. So yeah, I made a long, horrifically boring video about the SIM IPE.
He does not like horrifically boring.
I mean, realistically, this was bad. It was really bad. And I'm like, nobody is going to watch this video past like 45 seconds. And so, yeah, we scrapped it. And I'm going to do like the top 3 features. And then I am going to try to hit a little bit more of the categorize, you know, how to use the replace. And I don't like to get into issues with products because, I mean, obviously, if a product doesn't follow the protocol, then it's really hard for us to, you know, to work smoothly with it. But like for example, the PowerFlex 525, I'm going to need to go into a video that there's an issue with the way the PowerFlex 525 accepts a enable boot P. So you can't use the replace static. So what you have to do is enable boot P, cycle power on the PowerFlex, and do that. So there's a lot. The issue is there's tons of little issues like that. So I mean, I could spend 2 hours easy on a video, you know, if I really start addressing all those little things. But
Jeff Kuiper. Man, why do you always get the fun jobs?
where is he? What's he saying?
We are at the shop building an emergency PLC panels for the Louisville Zoo. The elephants need a spray nozzle so they can play and have fun. I love elephants.
What about us? I mean, we could use a little water thingy.
I want to go see the elephants.
Well, go on, go see the elephants and help them install it. Do you need help installing that? Do what?
I was going to say, I'll help him install it. Brian says, one last thing, is there a good place to study more in structured text?
It is funny you bring that up because that's kind of what brought myself and Timothy Gates together, the
Yes.
PLC professor. In fact, can I go ahead and post this link, honey?
Yes, please do.
Give me just a second. Keep them entertained, honey.
I don't know how to. I don't know what to do with
Oh my
my hands.
But so
Carving real good.
Timothy Gates is an excellent instructor, and we are gonna. That's the biggest thing I think we saw commonality on it. I'm not. I don't make videos for structured text, and he sees a really importance in bridging, the Java and the Python and all these structured languages that we're learning to um, ladder logic or to PLCs. So we are going to work on some of those. So it should be fun. But yeah, check out PLC Professor's YouTube channel. Yeah, check that out.
Mm-hmm.
For works for food. But yeah, that's something we're going to try to, what we're going to try to do there actually is not necessarily make videos about how to program structured text. We're going to try to make videos to bridge how to make that transition. In other words, it's like I had something. I think he may be in the comics coming up, but somebody was saying, "Hey, I know Java, and still seems really difficult." And told him, if you know Java, you're still in the baby pool, and as far as automation goes, that doesn't help you any.
Mm-hmm.
So we're going to try to make some videos to help bridge that, because, like the fact of dealing with physical IO, that's something that a lot of you don't have to do in other languages. So there's a lot of little things, but, all right, where are we at? Huh?
I don't know.
Oh,
Oh,
are you ready to go?
I don't know. It's because it's a secret.
It's a secret. Can you let me on the secret
Yes.
so I don't find it and read it?
Brian says, I feel ya. I'm starting to go over Hartford's CS50 lecture and get more in networking and databases systems because we use so much of it in Amazon, send and receiving data from databases and cloud servers.
Yeah. And that's what our issue right now. We have a lot of, call it good subjects, but we don't do a lot to bridge across them. So that's something we're going to be working on soon. That's one of our exciting things. Let's see, where are we at? I lost my place, guys.
I did too. Just read through them. Oh, gosh.
All right, well, let's flip over to the other ones because I can't find my place in that. Alan Bradley Micro 820 has a random IP address of 169.254. How do you fix this? Okay, so I swear this is the most frustrating issue with Connected Components Workbench, and it actually goes back to RS Logix 500, is when you go and you create a new PLC program, it defaults to DHCP being enabled. So then you have a PLC that has an IP address assigned. When you download that new program, it takes that PLC to DHCP. Now, if you don't have a DHCP server, which is the magic that makes the internet work, that's what I'm going to explain to it today, then you're going to have some crazy IP address like 169.254, blah, blah, blah. So you're going to have to either get a DHCP server or a PLC tool sim IPE and assign an address. And then every time that you make a new program, you've got to go in there and manually set that IP. I think this is something Studio 5000 does tremendously better because the IP configuration is separate from the PLC program. So you get a brand new PLC, you assign it an IP address, set it to static, it's going to stay there. You can download all the programs you want to it. It's still going to stay at the same IP. So I think that's something that I really wish Rockwell, I don't get, honestly, whichever way they want to make it, I wish they would just make it uniform across all the PLCs. I think Studio 5000 does it better. But if you're used to Studio 5000 and you create a Connected Components Workbench program, you're going to run into that headache. Let's see. How to read a gray code encoder. Does anybody, and here's one for the chat, does anybody use gray code anymore? I mean, I didn't ask this guy, but it sounded like a school exercise to me. And so I try not to do homework for people.
I don't even know what that is.
It was a it was a format that was really painful to use. Let's see. I have a question about your merch. Oh, cool. Merchandise. Oh, that's great.
Did you know we have merchandise?
We do. And, and if I was better prepared, I would even have a really fast link. But probably in the live stream that you're looking at, right underneath there, you probably see some merch. And if you give me another couple seconds, if Amber will learn to keep y'all entertained better,
I
can
had a
find that.
song and dance prepared, but I forgot my top hat and my baton at home. Sorry.
There we go. That's much better. Thank you. But yes, so we
I
have
could just keep quoting Talladega Good Nights. Engage.
sorry, TW merch. So yeah, we do have some merch.
We do, and we wear it. You see us wearing it
Oh yeah, this is
periodically.
it.
Is this it, or is this just our employee shirts? We have
This
this.
is merch.
Oh my God, we have this on our merch.
Yes.
Oh,
Don't we?
do we? Oh, we do.
Yeah, we do. So there you go. You can get the TW shirts or probably my favorite is You Had Me in Magic Smoke.
Yeah,
But,
that's my favorite sweatshirt. I have that.
yeah. But anyway, here is an issue with merch. That's why I'm going to bring this up. It said $16.95, but when I went to checkout, it jumped to $18.95. We sell them at cost. So if all of a sudden their price goes up, when you get to the checkout, it adjusted up. And then I get a nasty email from them saying that, and then I fix it. So if you get that, sorry about that.
But thank you for wearing our merch.
Appreciate it. Using CCW to set up and program a 3-axis motion and make a standalone drawing machine. What type of art are we drawing?
Right?
Now, I assume you mean
brain went.
I assume you mean a wire drawing machine, but even then, one, that's not nearly enough information. Also, at that point, it very much depends on what you're doing. Like if it's a dancer app and you got a bunch of other stuff going on, you might need to get into something a little more in the Micro 850. I don't know. I've done that for Micro 850, so it is possible. But yeah,
A dancer app? I have not seen this. Do you? Yeah, I bet you have moves.
no, I didn't have moves. As Ann Wyatt learned during our karaoke, no, I do not have moves. I do not have a singing voice. I'm sure she wished that this was a lip sync battle that we were doing and not karaoke when I got up there.
Hey, we got up there. That's
Yeah, well, I didn't feel like I had a choice. I mean, I really kind of ignored it at several times, and she kept on. So what song are you singing? I'm like, oh my God.
She was very persistent. That's why she does her job very well.
Yes. I'm an automation engineer, and I just started some freelance work. Let's say I design a control panel for a customer and I need a panel shop to make it. What information do I need for a panel shop to build panels to my spec? That is like a way, oh, let me get on the screen. That's a way broad question. Because the issue is, yeah, I mean, we'll start with the basics. You're going to know what voltage it is. You're going to need, I don't even know where to start with this question, really. I mean, you gotta go through a whole control panel building series.
I mean, it also
That's
depends
kind of where
on
we're at.
like how big the business is, what else they're using. It's a lot.
Yeah, I mean, let's say though somebody walks up. All right, first you're going to need a PLC probably. You're going to need an IO count. That's going to let you know kind of roughly what PLC. You're going to have to start some motors, so you're going to need motor starters, overloads, all those fun things. But if you walk up to most panel shops and say that, they're probably not going to respond. So you either have to get them on board and be like, hey, I know how to do this programming. Can you design a panel for me? And then ask them what they need. Or you're going to have to get to the point that you can draw out the drawings and then send them the specifications.
Perfect. Perfect.
What happens when you unplug a machine while you're uploading a program from it? It does not hurt the PLC at all or the machine at all. The biggest thing is your upload's going to fail. You're going to have to re-upload it. Now, downloading is a whole different story. And let's make sure we remember you upload from the PLC. You download to the PLC. So don't get those backwards. Mainly, you know what I tell students in class is make sure that you read that first sentence. I mean, lawyers have got involved in Studio 5000. There's way too many warnings now on it. It used to be really simple in RS Logic 500, but still, that first sentence, are you sending it to the PLC or getting it from the PLC? That to and from, that's the main thing you want to learn.
Good job.
Yes. I am looking for a license of RS Logic 5000. Well, you must purchase a license from Rockwell Automation and quit posting on all my videos that you need a hack or a crack or anything like that. Because, yes.
There's no loophole. You have to go directly
Yes.
and get it from Rockwell.
Can you import a Scala VFD into Connected Components Workbench like you can in Studio 5000? We are starting to get into PLC usage controls. You know, well, man, I could have said this before now. User-defined function block, that's how you do it. And so you'd have, whether somebody has that to drop into it. It's not, you're not going to grab a Studio 5000 AOI, which is probably what you're used to, and drop it in and it magically works. They're gonna have to have one just for Connected Components Workbench.
It
Greetings.
got quiet.
I know. What's up with the chat? We boring or are we answering good questions? Yeah, if y'all ask a question, I'll interrupt all these questions.
Amber will make sure he is interrupted.
Yes. Greetings from Kansas City. Thanks for all of your YouTube content. You demystified IP address for me in one afternoon. What are your thoughts on Emulate 3D by Rockwell? Is it ready? I test drove it some and I don't think it is. And I hate to knock any software that I don't in depth know. But I think the question there is, what is the goal that you're hoping to use Emulate 3D for? And even when I was talking to them, that was the issue. I don't think they knew for sure what they were going to use it for. And so, but I did see some at Automate, and I am working on getting it to where I can play with some of those, because I do see that as something we need to be able to do. I don't think we're quite there yet on anyone. All right, let's see.
Are we going to get to the triangles?
Are we going to get to the triangles? Well, yeah, we're going to get to the triangles.
Okay.
Is it really bugging you that the triangle? Yeah. So yes, I was going to answer a few more.
Okay, well, you answer a few more, and I'll be back in a minute.
You'll be back. Are you leaving me? Then why are you looking at me so funny? I mean, you didn't have to announce it to YouTube even. You could have just been like, be right back.
BRB.
I think Amber is bored. Let's see. But yes, I am actually going to run this right up until around 12 because I am going to jump on Ann Wyatt and Aaron Prather's live stream. In fact, let me see if I can get that link. Here's where, man, Amber left at just the right time. It's like, now I need a link, and it's like, where is that link? So let me see if I can find. And yeah, Megan, if any of y'all are in here right now, that would be great if you could help me with that, because I am not going to be able to find it fast. Because I don't know why, guys, I really struggle with finding links of anything on LinkedIn, it seems like. Is it too late for Workforce Wednesday? That is it. And yeah, so this is where I'm going to be heading after this. Actually, I'll wait and drop this. So here's where you need to go after this video. Don't jump over there yet, because actually, I'll wait on that because I'm getting ready to do the triangle exercise. Let's see. Love your content. I have a coworker interested in learning PLC program. I'm recommending your videos. Well, thank you so much, Jacob. Because yeah, that is very helpful. And any questions they have, get them to submit them. Either you can hit a question in a live stream, or you can hit an irrelevant video, or there's a form that you can submit them on. And let me go ahead and drop that in just so you know where one to check and see when our next live stream is going to be. When will TW controls be live next? So this one right here will tell you where you can submit questions if you have them, and also you'll be able to see when our next live stream is. And then we're gonna answer a couple more, but then yeah, we're gonna jump over to Aaron and Wyatt's live stream. So let's see where. Whoops. No, every time I move over here, I seem to lose track of where I was. Can you tell me about retentive tags in Studio 5000? This is a question. It doesn't matter how many times I answer it, it keeps coming back up. All tags in Studio 5000 are retentive. Now, what happens is there is a difference in how a unlatch instruction and an output energize instruction are affected by power up. And so that's what people tell me. They tell me a latch and unlatch are retentive instructions. They're not. So all data in the control logics and compact logics is retentive. When you cycle power before the first scan, there's a pre-scan. And you can hit F1 on any instruction. It'll bring this up. Actually, it's well documented in it. And if you look at the pre-scan for an output energize, it goes and writes a 0. If you look to pre-scan for a latch or unlatch, it does nothing. So that's why when you cycle power and output energize, it's not on when you come back on, but a latch is. So all data is retentive. Hopefully, maybe one day I'll figure out how to get that through to everybody in one. And she's back. See
I
what?
literally slid into the YouTube live feed instead of sliding into your DMs.
Yep. Here we go. Can you make a steady cam? I mean, guys, are we supposed to be at like the level of Top Gun 2 or Top Gun Maverick or whatever it is? I mean, what type of film do you want me to put out, and what type of information do you want me to put out? Because I can give you lots of information if you're okay with a little bit of shaky video. That's that's what I love about this whole TW2. I mean, it's really, and on TW2, I probably would just tell you to stick it.
You see them go on to like TikTokers and being like, oh my God, you're shaking it too much.
I mean, realistically, guys, a lot of times I just grab the phone, hit the record button, and that's it. I mean, so yeah, okay, sometimes they're a little shaky, but come on. Let's see. Easy way to twin visuals with 3DS. And that's something I am learning about now. I'm a little behind on that because I believe right now it's too much smoke and mirrors. I haven't seen a lot of practical uses for it, but I'm starting to see them. I'm starting to see them used in that way, and so yeah, I'll start coming probably around to a little bit more of it. All right, what you got next?
I don't have anything next.
You don't. You have no information, nothing to share.
My brain hurts.
Your brain hurts.
Mm-hmm. And I'm not bored.
She's bored, guys. Well, what all do we have coming up? Because, yeah, all right.
Oh, Lord.
Well, we have Station 7 and 8 ready. Thanks to YRG Inc., because we did have to borrow a couple parts. Thank you.
Yes, thank you.
But, yeah, and it lays out really nicely. In fact, now we're looking at some HMI lessons next. That's the thing everybody's asking for.
Yep.
Is will we start teaching about HMI? So I guess one question I'd have for you is what HMI would you want to learn? Because in the end, we're only going to teach one.
Mm.
And I've got a few ideas, but I probably want to throw that question out. Not that y'all can answer it that quickly now, but probably in the next few weeks, we're going to start really digging in and figuring that out. So.
I know. What else do we have coming up?
Let's see. Well, we have class next week.
We do. We have a full class next week.
No, we have one seat available.
We do have one seat available.
Yeah, so if anybody wants to it's a little bit sketchy, but yeah, if you are sure you're a prime candidate, then yeah, we may take you, but probably going to let that seat just ride empty.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah.
We are very good at talking to students or possibility of students. Tim reaches out to all of them,
Because
their emails, calls them back.
when you ask when I ask you what are you hoping to learn, don't tell me everything. Man, I mean, there's no quicker way to get me just ignore the rest of your emails and tell me everything.
Just be specific with them and just tell them where you are in life, what you're doing with your job situation, if you're who you're working for, what your goals are. Tell them specifically what you're wanting to learn or wanting to get brushed up on again. Don't just say, well, I just need it all.
So yeah, Jeff Kuiper, I probably won't do the red line. I think they've gotten a little bit rusty, but as far as AB, would you do what are their software packages, or would you do the PanelView 5000? Or please tell me you're not going to make me do a PanelView Plus. You probably are, but I can learn it. And there's where I don't, again, I'm much more down and dirty basics, and I don't think they hit that part well. But yeah, I probably could learn to. If that's what everybody wants, that's what I'll do. But yeah.
We did a lot with Redline for a while, didn't we?
Mhm.
We
Yeah.
didn't.
All right. So everybody first, we got the triangle thing. Amber is wanting, oh, whoops, if I can get the right button here. But yeah, so this, oops,
I don't think we got the right button.
I got the right button. Just give me a second here. So yeah, this is something I posted on LinkedIn, and a lot of you came up with some interesting answers, and some of y'all really overthought it. And I'm like, no, it's really this basic. You don't get it.
I didn't overthink it.
But all right, so how many triangles do you see? And so for the basic answer, first we have one triangle, two triangle, three triangle. But then these two together are also a triangle, so that's four. These two together are also one, so that's five. And then this one all together is one, so that's six. Now we're going to get the same thing up here, but let's go ahead and go through it and make sure. So you have one triangle, not very good with the mouse here, two triangles, three triangles, and then we can combine these two, so that's going to be four triangles. We can combine these two, that's going to be five triangles. And then we can combine these, that's going to be another six. And then we're going to get the same thing up here, but hold on, guys, because this isn't the answer. So we got one triangle, two triangles, three triangles, and we got four triangles, five triangles, and six triangles. That gets us to 18. But we have a triangle right here in this A. So there's 19, 20, and 21. So there are 21 triangles here was my answer. But then someone said I also had the word triangles, and that was 22. So you could also go with 22. And then, well, no, this has a few more because I put answer in this one, but initially it didn't have this part. So also, if you look up here, there was an A for advocate for skilled trades, and that was 23 in some people's eyes. So in the end, you can answer 21, 22, or 23.
But if you answer 22, it's kind of funny that we're doing this on 6/22.
Oh, so next time we're going to need, next we're going to need to figure out some code. Yeah, that would be fun if there was some type of code thing.
Yeah.
All right, Jeff, maybe I need to revisit the PanelView Plus. Honestly, I haven't touched the PanelView Plus in well over a decade. So yeah, I will revisit it. And if that turns out to be the best way, then that's what we'll do. All right, guys. So we are not done here yet, though. So now we have a very awesome live stream about Is It Too Late for Workforce Wednesday? And this is by Ann Wyatt, who is just she's an outstanding person.
Mm-hmm.
And Aaron Prather, who is also like the robot genius. That's all I'm going to call him. But this is where we are heading to next, is this link right here. And you definitely want to follow us over there and check it out. They will be live in 8 minutes. Should we wait here 8 minutes? You got anything else to say? You got your dance figured out?
Shake
And bake. Till next time.
See ya.